Hello, I'm Pam, and welcome back to another episode of Friday Sews. So today, what I am working on is doing an embroidery design for my daughter's new jacket that I just got finished making. So she had this old skull candy jacket that she's had for many years, and it was on its last leg, and she decided she finally wanted to have a new one. So basically, we took it apart. Or better yet, I took it apart. So let me show you. So here is her jacket. I wrote little stuff, and it's very dirty and stained. And so this is where the zipper pocket was. And the zipper pieces for the little zipper welt pocket piece. And then on the back, this is a pocket piece. And then this was sewn together to form the pocket that your hand would go in. And then this was the middle piece, like the left front middle, and that part of where the welt pocket piece was. And it was a skull candy, so it was a SC, and it was just embroidered on previously. And then this piece here, if I can get it pulled together, was a back bottom piece. And then there was a sleeve piece. That's a sleeve. So basically, I just cut it all apart. So I cut her jacket all apart. I took off the zippers for the pockets and the zipper for the front and took off the hood. So let me go ahead and show that to you. Okay, so this is her jacket. Here's the zipper piece. They're not the greatest, but they're okay. And I just used some cuff banding stuff that I got from Hobby Lobby. And here's the pocket. The pocket goes in. And then on the inside, this also forms a pocket. Right here. And see, you can see that I used the old zipper because it still has the different stuff on it. And then the front, I just use a bias binding on the front because that was the best way I could figure out how to do it. My machine did not really like sewing these thick layers together. And then this is the sleeve cuff. Then I just added a little tie cord, nice little pop of collar for her. And on the old one, it had red twill tape on the back covering up the seam. But I just used white because I don't have red. And there's just some fabrics that I had in my stash. So that, I think it used to be like some kind of curtain or something that someone had made. But I got it from Goodwill several years ago. Got cat hair. I got it from Goodwill a couple years ago for like $1 for a couple pieces. And so I used that as the inside lining. And then the outside lining is another fabric, a roll of fabric that I got from Goodwill a couple years ago. That was also only $1. I'm actually wearing the same a shirt that I made out of the same fabric. And then we just repurposed the hood and used the same hood that was on the old jacket. So what I am getting ready to do is to stitch an embroidery design on the back of her jacket in the center. So I have a little mark there showing that. And what she wants sewn on the back is this design. So I tested it out on some muslin first, just so that I would know where I need to stop it to change collars and stuff. This is a variegated, that is a variegated, those are all variegated obviously. And then, you know, she wanted a red eye for the parakeet because she had a yellow albino parakeet, and so she wanted it to have a red eye. I would personally think that she would have wanted it to be like a lighter color yellow, but she didn't. So we're just going to leave it the design that she wants it. And I just did a dark, just a regular color for the comma. So that is the design I'm doing on the back of her jacket. Now, also, I have been working on the Pokemon jacket. And I know some people are kind of interested to see where I am at on that. So let me go ahead and show you. Well, this is the back. I'm currently working on the sleeves. So I have the sleeve cuffs pinned so I can stitch in the ditch so it catches this other side. But I can turn it outwards maybe if I stop poking myself. And I'll only turn out one sleeve because I'm going to have to turn this back in so that I get a better stitching on it. No. I think it will be okay on the machine with it turned out. So I'll turn out both sleeves. It'll work out okay. Just I have pins and I don't want to poke myself too bad. So, and I've already done the button on this because I have these little felt pad things, and so they like button makes the button hole, like the button, stronger in the fabric. So I just inserted it into the cuff in there and put it where it needed to be, and then put the button over it and stitched it down. So I'm also going to do that when I go to put the buttons on this button placket. So I didn't sew this down yet here. So I'm just going to stitch it, put it where it needs to go, pin it, and then turn it over. And then it will be like right there is where it is. And then I can just sew down the button and it's going to make it extra strong. And I still am working on the bottom piece, but I've got the welt pockets for the jacket right here. And I like how that adds that little accent. Now, I think last time I also mentioned that I was going to be adding a lining on the inside. So I have added a lining, which I think it makes it a lot better. And then it does have a little hangy hook, and then I did put my label in there. I showed it to my son the other day, and I was asking him, and at first he was kind of hesitant. He's like, no, I don't want it. And then he tried it on and looked at it closer. And he kind of changed his mind. He's like, I think I do like it, Mom. So I'm like, see? I'm not that outrageous. So I still have a little more to go on it. And then I've got pockets here too. I got those designs and those on this side. And then I've got the designs on the sleeves, the designs on the back, which I possibly could have done another design on the sides here, but I didn't, so it'll be okay. And then I've got the 3 designs up here, and then the designs over here. So yeah, I think it looks pretty nice. I like it anyways. So, I don't know what else to say. I think that's all. Just dealing with kids. Dealing with kids. What else can you say? I'm actually getting this video done earlier than I usually do. I decided, you know what? It's a quiet lull for a moment where my kids aren't screaming and fighting and down here arguing with me, that I would hurry up and get this done. So stay tuned, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that jacket. Okay, kind of have my phone stand set up a little bit, but I'm kind of afraid that when the machine goes, it might like wobble the phone, but we're going to try this out. So I'll show you what we're doing. So I have the jacket here, and I've already got it set up. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up and then show you. Okay, so I have it set up where it needs to be. And I have this aqua film on here so that the stitching stands out. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to do a basting stitch around the design so that it will be where it needs to be. Doesn't look like the stitching is catching. The stitching isn't catching. Hold on. Okay, I got the issue figured out. See? Now it might have made more sense if I'd actually sewn the design onto it before I finished it. But the thing is, I did not. So now we are contending with this big, bulky, heavy jacket this whole time. But that's okay. And I never really timed how long this takes, but it's like over 8,000 stitches. And I don't like using the needle threader because it just doesn't work quite as well, you know? And I like that my machine tells me, it stops and says, cut the extra thread, basically. Stopped just a little bit late, but that's okay. We'll stop that. And I like this machine because I can go back a couple stitches or forward a couple stitches. Makes it very nice. There are definitely pluses. Okay. Mommy, can you? Okay, Now I'm going to change to another collar again, because she wants it to be a yellow parakeet. And I like it has this little lever thing here, because I can check and make sure that my thread is threaded properly through the right channels. Okay. And I just gotta manually stop it this time and clip some threads. There we go. Now time to change the thread. Now it's going to do the beak, and I'm going to stop it and do the eye. Okay. Now we are going to do the red eye that she wants. Now time for the next collar, which she wants it to be gray. I'm doing a weathered gray for the other part of the beak. Okay, now I need to change to the next collar. And she wants this in 2 separate collars also. So the first word, B, she wants in a light blue variegated. That we will do. And then we'll switch it to a little bit darker blue. It's like a medium blue variegated for the sweet. There we go. Now it is time to change it to the other blue variegated thread. stop that. Cut my extra thread. And just one more collar change real quick, because I'm going to make the comma a solid collar. And then this will be complete. Alright. I'm going to use this collar. Stop it for a moment. And I will trim this extra thread here. Start it back up. Alright, now time to remove it from the machine. Okay, so I just got it off the machine. Got right here. I'm going to undo my pins. And then I'll unhook it from the underside with this little lever here. Just release it. I have the back side here, which I probably should have used black thread for the back, but that's okay. So really what I need to do is undo the basting stitch that holds it all down. Pull those out. And then this last basting stitch here. Should probably undo some of these. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I'm still peeling off the tearaway stabilizer.
Okay. here is the design. Now, of course, she wants a little birdie to be right here on her jacket. So we are testing it out. There is the birdie design we are doing, and we are just testing it out before we put it on the actual fabric. So my daughter's jacket is officially finished, and she has it on and is going to model it for us. So
I didn't.
All right, here she is. So we have a little birdie on the front, and then on the back says "Be Sweet Parakeet" with her little parakeet.
She used scraps from a really old jacket that was bothering her.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching that. This was Friday Sews. Have a wonderful night. Bye.